The following program is paid for by the Charlie Butler team.
Good Sunday morning, Tri-State. This is the Charlie Butler Show, and I do think I'm Charlie Butler this week, but you never know. Glad to have everybody listening. And, we haven't talked about it. I'm going to introduce everybody here in just a second, but something that came to my mind. Candace, we haven't talked about, you don't just have to hear us on Sunday. We're on, they podcast this. We're on Spotify. What are some of the others? Google,
iTunes,
anywhere
where you can listen
Apple.
to podcasts.
Yeah. Basically anywhere where you can listen to podcasts.
That's the key right there. Anywhere you get your podcast information and shows and all that, the Charlie Butler Show is definitely there.
So we're there. We're out there 24 hours a day. Yeah. So in the middle of the night, if you can't sleep, just tune in and we'll put you right to sleep. And then to my left is the regional director for Churchill Mortgage, David Crow. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning.
And then next to David is the president of Butler DeArmond Realty Network, Candace DeArmond. Good morning, Candace.
Good morning, Charlie. Good
How are you
morning,
this morning?
everybody else. I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I was curious about you because you came in and
before you got here?
you beat me one. Okay, and you beat me to lunch yesterday.
I
too.
did.
This is 2 days
Turned
in a row.
over a new leaf.
Yeah. But I was concerned, David, because Candace apparently I thought things were going good for her, but she showed up with holes in her jeans.
Holes in my jeans.
And
right.
She
Tough real estate market.
Yeah.
It's all I'm going to say.
Market,
It's a tough market out there.
I told her if she gets out there and works more, she'll be able to afford jeans that don't have holes in them.
Yeah.
There you go. Get those good Wranglers.
Right. Yeah. At least something to mend my jeans. I mean, gosh.
I was kidding one of the realtors in the office. It's Laura Carmack years ago, and I used that joke on her, and Laura goes, "Boss, you know how much I pay for these things?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pay extra for holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and to my right, who has holes.
Watch what you say.
I know. is our guest today, Cori Walton. And
Hello.
Hi, Cori.
Hi.
Cori is Are you the CEO of the Cori Walton team?
Of course, yes. That's a fantastic title. I'll roll with it.
Okay, you're good with that, right?
Sure.
And how are you doing, Cori?
Great.
Cori, I can see this is going to be a good interview.
Oh my gosh. No, things are really good. Things are good.
Yeah, it sounds like your business has been really good. Cori, we're joking, but Cori is how long have you been in the business now?
4 years.
But by your second year and even your first year, Cori's one of the most successful realtors on her own in the area, and she recently has branched out and added some team members too.
Yes. I am now a team of 5, which is crazy.
Okay, you're a team of 5 now?
There's 5 of us, yeah.
Okay, who's the 5th? I missed one.
Christopher Mills. He he has his license, but he's not official with the board yet.
Okay.
On Monday, it's official.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
So, and I know you're somewhat picky, so.
I'm real picky, but yeah. I think it'll be good.
Good. And David, I've been anxious to talk to you about the, I was listening to some financial people the other day, on TV. Some
lot to listen to right this moment,
and they're talking about the bond market, which is rough right now.
Yep.
And while Powell lowers rates, the bonds went up.
Yep.
And one of them made a great comment. They said the bond market is kind of the daddy of this whole thing. They control the bond market controls everything, but their point was the bond market. They let the kids come in, they raid the liquor cabinet, they're okay. They throw the pool furniture in the pool, they're still okay. But when they get to the point, they start breaking the pool furniture and pairing off in bedrooms, they say, "Get the hell out of my house."
There you go. That's exactly. Charlie, I love that analogy. I have not heard that, but that's kind of, the bond market's always a safe place to come, okay? But when there's all kinds of risk opportunities out there, such as the stock market right now.
Right.
Those kids are all running off.
Right.
And what's going on is with investors, everybody is competing for those dollars. And right now, even though the Federal Reserve technically has made two federal funds rate cuts, one in September, one in November, it's actually been met with so many headwinds, whether it's China this past week. Inflation data came out in the United Kingdom, and it's pushing back up. It's these negative headwinds. And
they're worried about, I know the stock market and the bond market worry about Trump's tax cuts. They're worried about if his tariffs are too high, that that'll push more into the bond market, which if it does, and I'm sitting there thinking as they're talking about this, is Warren Buffett really that smart that ahead of time
he's dumped? How much money did you tell me he put in there? It was like
300. He's got $325 billion in U.S. Treasuries. He has more money in U.S. Treasuries than the Federal Reserve.
I would never question Warren Buffett on his decision making.
But it's like he saw this before it was coming. I know as he's had.
Well, and he only has, we'll just say, a modest staff of people to help crunch all those numbers on a daily basis. The end result is, and it's not like I deliver bad news. Anybody that has access to the internet or has a TV knows that, unfortunately, since the cuts occurred, we did not go in the direction we all thought we were going to go in, and that being rates going lower, but the reverse has happened. Yeah. We have had, honestly, higher interest rates. I think now when you look at any published or any publication, they're right above 7%, right above 7%. I've been blessed. We're still, I can say, in the 6s. I can say this past week, people I'm either locking in or quoting. But, sadly, we go back just a few weeks ago, I was in the 5s. Several people, we were doing great all the way through August, July, September 18th. We received the 50-point basis cut just like we thought we were going to. And we anticipated rates would stay on that, declining trend. And sadly, starting September 19th, the very next day, as I watched the 10-year Treasury and mortgage-backed securities every day, we have done nothing but inch up, inch up, inch up. And so it is what it is. People are still buying homes. Refinances, we were starting to pick up some refinances. That, obviously, with increasing rates, came, nationwide, has slowed back down. And so it's, it is what it is. I've said it. I know the inflation data will continue to come in, replacing data in 2025. I do not believe our unemployment and economy is as strong as some of the data is reporting at the moment. I think all of that will transition to 2025 where we'll start to see significant rate drops, which refinances will definitely pick up.
Well, the bond market's going to have to go down because, they're predicting now if Trump does his tax cut and his tariffs, that Powell will back off on the rate cuts.
Powell has indicated at this moment he believes the economy is still strong, and due to the economy's strength, the Federal Reserve is in, quote unquote, no hurry to reduce rates any more than they have to.
Well, I think they're also concerned if these things happen, inflation
will back up. Yep. So interesting data. This, we hear about how strong it is, but the reality is a New York Times report that just came out this week. I think only 14% of the people polled felt like they can truly meet their debt obligations. Mm-hmm. I can say that credit card delinquencies, significant delinquencies, 90 days or more, is at a 14-year high. Auto loan delinquencies, 90 days or more, is at a 15-year high. We have seen credit card debt do nothing but go up, and we've seen long-term savings in the market do nothing but go down, and it's hard to hear these numbers and believe we're as strong an economy as some of the publications indicate.
Well, I think there are two economies out there. There are the people who have made a lot of money in the stock market.
Oh, yes.
And things are good.
Rich getting richer and poor getting poorer.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Hey, I'll tell you another fun fact I learned this week.
What?
So Walmart, kind of the bellwether stock out there. Okay, everybody, Walmart. So Walmart, somehow, we're all in databases all around this world. Okay, so this last quarter growth for Walmart was indicated as a surge in the buyer profile, being those people who make $100,000 or greater, have been the biggest influx in Walmart purchases, which indicates even those that have a very nice income are going down to Walmart purchases because it's a tougher economy right now.
They also deliver straight to your door.
Corey's wisdom. Corey's wisdom. Here we go.
You don't do that, do you?
Absolutely. Walmart shows up at my house at least once a week.
Okay. All right. Corey's going to save you a little bit.
I know. And how much time do you save? You're able
lot.
to work so much more
Yes,
because
I
you're
actually-
not spending time at the grocery
Yes,
store.
I
But
have
you're
a
sitting
cart
home in
ready.
pajamas.
That's right. I have a cart constantly. I just add
too.
stuff and
Yeah.
I'll check out,
Good on
have
you.
it delivered. Sometimes they're there 3 times a week, but you know.
Okay. How many opportunities are you missing in Walmart? I mean, of finding more clients.
No.
Candace
That's
does.
a no.
Candace
Corey's like, have you been to Walmart?
Right.
Candace does the same thing.
Yeah.
She misses opportunity after opportunity in grocery stores.
I go
and
into
Walmart.
Schnucks and get my meat and my produce.
Yeah, and then you run out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Don't look at anybody.
No, I'm just
Yep.
in the zone.
So, I have never used a delivery service. I have never used any of the people that deliver food except for pizza guys.
DoorDash and
DoorDash.
except pizza guys. I'm with you.
Yeah, I've never used DoorDash or any of those. I've given you those coupons I give.
I know, and I've used them. Thank you.
Why am I mean, I might as well should be talking to the wall right here. Yeah, but
Corey, that's an awesome insight because I saw that stat on Walmart, but now,
Yeah.
I have no idea where the breakdown was. That was their
Because
indicator
people
that
making $100,000 or more are too busy to go shopping themselves.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You are
on the
not
streets
too busy.
insight.
so you're too busy to get more clients.
I'm not going to find a client at Walmart.
Okay. Do I need to go in my Robert Stadium bathroom?
No, not that one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Not for the
But
public.
his gas station ladies.
My
and-
gas station ladies. That's not what you call them off the air.
Well, we're not going to call them what I call them. And well,
I think it's a
walking
demographic
ladies.
thing too. You know, like
Yeah.
Candace and I, our demographic.
What's where you're going with
I
this?
know. Our
Bobby's got some
age.
gray hair, and David's losing
I was
his
going
too.
to
so-
say these girls are below 35. That's their demographic.
I love it. I'll take it
Too.
all day
I
long.
do too. Yeah.
But I
they
just,
both
I just
look like they're
think,
under 35.
I
They
just
do.
think, like our age. I don't know, and just
Yeah.
being female and moms, like
It's
life is busy.
Yeah.
Things have been too convenient for us.
I agree. Walmart, if you're listening to remember we're on 24 hours a day. You need to cut the delivery service, okay?
Well, whenever that person delivers to me and they see my name on there and I tip them well and I'm very pleasant with them, then they think, I recognize that name. I'm going to buy a house from her. Same with
Yeah.
you.
I
See?
know. Maybe I just need to be greeting the people delivering my groceries
Yeah.
instead of closing my blinds and acting like
Pretending like
nobody's
you're not
home.
there.
Leave it on the doorstep. After you drive off, I'll
Yeah.
come out and get it.
Yeah.
And I usually do, but
Yeah, because you've been talking to me sitting on your couch in your pajamas.
I do work best from my couch in my pajamas. Yes, that is a
So,
fact.
so if you open the door, they would think, well, there's, she's not going to get out of her house, sell me a house. So, it's,
I know. But for the record, I do leave my house to show houses.
yeah, she does. And
That's about the only time I leave my house. But
I gave her a hard time. She got a beautiful new pool, and she said all the guys working were staring at her. I said, yeah, they think your husband's got a trophy wife who just doesn't do anything all day.
a participation trophy is what I said.
Oh,
That's not accurate, but that is funny. I like that.
Well, Candace, before she got a boyfriend, I many times tried to set her up with the perfect guys, and they had money. Some of them
They were
rich.
married.
Okay.
There's that.
There was those small,
Or they were quite a few generations older than me. I mean, there was a lot.
That's how they had money.
Well, I mean,
It's that generation thing.
yeah. I mean, there were a lot of flaws.
It's a tough market out there.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, you got to take what you can in the lead generation. You know.
No.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
But so Cori, in all seriousness, so your business, you have been very successful for being 4 years in the business. You really have.
Well, thanks.
And so, what do you attribute that to?
I hustle like no other, and I try to make each client feel like they're my only client. And I try to treat everybody like a friend, whether that's wrong or right. I am that friend that will cut somebody in an alley if I need to. So I don't know if that makes me successful, but so far it's worked.
The owner of a title company who's no longer in the business, but we were very good friends. He once told me, he said, "You know what? You're one of the few people I'd lie on the stand for."
That's a compliment.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I know you do, and I know Candace does too. This is a saying of mine. Candace has heard this. Get out there, and you got to hustle like a crackhead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you think about it. They find a way to get drugs.
Oh,
They do.
They always do.
that habit has to be
You have to edit
fed.
all this.
Yes. Cut you in the corner, working like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Hey, we have professional advice on here every week. So
Perfect. That is, I mean,
Hustle like seriously.
I know.
Hustle like a crackhead. And you do.
I see lots of agents. I guess you just see the dollar signs and you just assume it's easy money, which it's not. And there's lots of
not easy
times
money.
I'm crying in my closet. So it happens, but I just think I don't wait for stuff to fall into my lap. And I think there's lots of agents that do.
No, and you early on, you would get depressed sometimes.
Yeah.
And you and I've had some hard conversations.
Yeah.
About get off your butt and go
I
out and
know.
do it.
I know.
And the thing that makes Candace successful is the same thing that makes you successful. I think makes me successful, and of course David too, because he doesn't have good
Rights.
right now. Is we've all got good work. We've all got good work ethics, and the people that get in our business, and I'm sure it's the same with your business, David.
they came and they've gone.
In our business, they say, "Oh, I said, what do you want to be in real estate? I love to look at pretty houses."
Hey, man.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
and that's
Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh.
that's like 1% of it, And I tell people, I say, look, if you look deep in yourself, and you don't think you've got a good work ethic, save your money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely go.
Yeah.
And I've encountered, even in my past life, I had hired many past realtors.
Yeah.
And the reason they were great, and so when I put them in a model home doing new home construction, new home sales, it was disciplined where you had to be in the model by 10 a.m. You're staying till 6 p.m. These are your 2 days off, but you're also working every Saturday and Sunday. They thrived. They did well.
Yeah.
But in general real estate, it was just at their whim. There was no, obligation. And they basically, once they saw the difference in themselves, they realized I have to work in a structured environment. I have to make sure somebody is telling me and I'm accountable to these times, because when I was left to myself, I just couldn't get it done. And they just weren't successful. Good people did, it's one of those things, take your excellence elsewhere. Their excellence wasn't in general real estate. It was somewhere else.
New home construction, those people that don't have that self-discipline.
Correct. I gave it to them.
They thrive. You did. No, you
I
did.
gave them that.
But
Yes.
they need something structured, like
Yes,
new
very
homes.
structured. Yes.
They understand the product,
Yep.
but you gave them structure because they're not like Cori or Candace or any of it. They can't thrive.
And even though they quote unquote self-generated with the realtor community friendships, they also struggled. Even so many of them, their friends and family would list or buy with another agent, and they're like, "I'm here at Thanksgiving dinner." It just wasn't a good fit. But they're all great folks. It just that pathway was not their pathway.
Yeah.
And so no, you've got to hustle. You've got to have the work ethic, the self-discipline. And every now and then you are crying in a closet. It's just part
It's
of
usually
it.
when everything's imploding, though.
Yes, but it always works out.
It does or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's the lender's fault.
No, not all the time. Not all the time.
Many times it's, well, of course, we can't always control our clients, but when the agents buy into all the emotions,
Yeah.
Ooh.
the other agent on the other side makes the problems worse.
Yep.
Problems you could have solved
Right.
fairly easily. Candace, I know you run into that just like we all do.
I've definitely ran into it. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
Where, the other agent kind of loses it, and then their client knows they're losing it, and then you can't hold it together.
Yeah.
You've got half of the transaction that's kind of, not working out
I
real
wanna
well.
add to that, because many times with realtors I'm working with, I'm quick to always say you need to bring your broker into this conversation.
Yeah.
Being the broker has more experience, because with so many agents moving into this industry and then out of the industries, sometimes you're left, and it's just that honeypot age sometimes when you're 26, 27, everyone
Yeah.
you know is getting married, getting divorced, having kids, but you don't have experience. I've watched folks accidentally make mountains out of molehills, home inspections, things of that
Yes.
nature. And Charlie, you talk about the emotion. The buyer says, I'm buying a 1956 home. They get a home inspection, and they're like, well, we want everything on the inspection done.
Brand
and I'm
new.
like, no, there's like age equivalent. And I've seen things go off the rails, which should have never gone off the rails. So I just wanted you all to know that as a lender, loan officer, I'm quick sometimes to say, you need to get your broker involved in this. And I'm trying to be polite and say,
Right.
go to somebody that's got a lot more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But these two are also unique in another way. And I never really thought this would work, but they make it work, is they don't work from the office.
I don't know about you, but I get more. I'm a social person, so in the
Oh, yeah.
office,
That's my biggest reason for never
Yeah.
coming into the office. I would never get anything done.
that's how I'm talking and having fun.
Yeah.
and I'm not talking to who I need to be talking to.
Yeah.
and that's where
I get
I'm
a
way
lot.
too ADHD.
Yeah.
I just yeah. So whenever I
Squirrel.
try to come in, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to be sitting at my computer until about 9:00 tonight because I got nothing done.
Yeah.
while I was there. So I know that's probably
Yeah. When I first went on my own, I had a cubicle and I thought about getting an office, but I was like, I'm just going to see how this goes. And I used the cubicle a handful of times, but I made sure it was like way on the other
you
side
were- I
of the
remember coming
building.
and talking to
Yes,
you, and you were-
because I had to be in like my own separate area. Otherwise, I would just talk to everyone and get nothing done.
But, we've always discouraged us over the years, and I think it's changed somewhat because of COVID and people working from home. But, I think you guys could anyway, but in the past, people, we saw this. Wayne Ellis, when he owned Realty Group, and I worked there, and we were just starting to really grow. It was a new company. So we were on Belmead office that held some people, not enough, and new office being built. So Wayne said, okay, and I don't remember the splits now, but if you didn't take up office space, you got a higher commission. Yeah.
Oh, you did not take up
If you
office
did
space.
not,
You got a
'cause
higher
the-
commission because he's not supporting you,
now,
so to speak.
Remember, this is 20-some
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So that program ended real quick because the people that didn't come to the office back then, their business went like this.
Yeah. But technology
Yeah,
has
and I just
increased
pointed.
that gap.
I forget I'm not on TV here. I forget I'm not on TV here. I just pointed down.
Charlie's got his hands indicating graphs up and down, and
And next we're going to get the weather map out.
Yeah.
And Bobby just told us we got 5 minutes, which I can't believe it's went this fast.
I know.
But we haven't paid any bills either. So, I don't want to pay for this myself. And it's brought to you by Churchill Mortgage. And, of course, David Crow's the regional director over Kentucky and Indiana. And David can serve any of your needs at Churchill for Kentucky, Indiana, or Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's tough on him, but he sometimes will go to Florida.
I will attend those closings. Boca Raton, Florida. Let's do it.
Yeah. David's a real trooper there. So you hear Dave Ramsey talk about Churchill Mortgage you have for over 25 years on his program. He was on right before us. And he gives an 800 number on there, which those are fine people in Brentwood, Tennessee. But if you want local service, and really good local service, actually, call David Crow. And David, how can they reach you?
Folks, we say it every week. The easiest way, and what the vast majority of people do is through the cell phone. Okay, you can text, you can call. It's 270-222-0676. I know it comes up as well. People can't remember when they're driving down the road, but they hit churchillmortgage.com. When you do, you'll see the branch location right now positioned in Owensboro, Kentucky, but that's for all of Indiana, all of Kentucky. And I meet with people in both states all the time, and I love going to closings. So 222-0676.
Especially in Florida.
Especially in Florida.
And also the good folks at Bossy Title, which I understand besides Norm, have you seen Norm's?
I have. And he is adorable.
Is
Phil.
He? Phil? It's Phil. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to ask Jeff where he got the name at. But anyway, having been on golf trips with Jeff, and we won't go any farther than that because he got married since then. And so
That's too funny.
Anyway, but go see the good people at Bossy Title. I just looked at Candace, and she gave me a look like, shut up. Talk about the company.
Edit that.
And anyway, there's some really good people there. We love to use them ourselves. And so call Bossy Title for all your real estate needs once you buy a house, or if you're inheriting a house, you need to search to see if there's any judgments. Call the good folks at Bossy Title. Cori, we got 2 minutes. So what's the best way that they can get a hold of you?
You can text me, that is best, or call 812-760-0826.
Do you want to give your address out? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be.
Just stop by.
It wouldn't be a good idea because you would just shut the blinds on them.
I would make sure my dogs don't bark. But if you did want to pick up my Sam's Club order, just text me. I'll let you know when it's ready.
Do you go out for anything besides selling houses?
If I need to pick up my Texas Roadhouse family meal, I will order ahead of time and pick that up.
Knock two birds with one stone. Yeah.
Yes.
So it sounds like you cook about as often as Candace does.
Well,
it's
fine.
Have it delivered.
1 minute.
Not going to
left.
meet any people in the kitchen, am I?
That's right.
All right.
There's the flip side.
Candace, we got a minute left. How can they get a hold of you?
They can reach me on the team phone at 812-430-1708. I didn't even look, just so you guys know. Or my cell phone, 812-455-6338.
Okay, and she didn't look on that one either. She knew her own.
I memorized that one. I have it written on my arm.
But anyway, Cori, any last words? We're not going to shoot you or something. Not those kind of last words.
I feel like I've given all my wisdom. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
And we know you can't stay because you've got to go meet with a lender.
Yes, see, I am going out to do something today.
Mm-hmm. You got sweats on.
I am wearing sweats and my hair is in a dirty ponytail. So
You look cute.
She does.
Yeah.
She does look cute.
At least you don't have holes in your jeans
that's
like
true.
me.
Yeah.
Like Candace.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, Bobby is saying enough of this foolishness. So for Candace DeArmond, David Crow, Cori Walton, this is Charlie Butler. Have a great Sunday.
This program has been paid for by the Charlie Butler team. From the Kate Foppel Ford Studios, this is Newstalk 1280 WGBF.